Very Reverend Thomas Osman, Provincials of Chicago Province. Very Reverend Timothy Lenchek, Presidents of Divine Word College. Very Dr. Matthew Kanjira-Thinka, Vice Presidents of Academic Affairs. Distinguished faculty, family, friends, and relatives of the graduates, class of 2012, fellow students, cherished classmates, greetings to all. Today, on this memorable day of graduation, one of the most important milestones thus far in the life of our young graduates, I would like to ask you a favor. Most of students know pretty well that it is hard to fail the class here. But Dr. Taylor and Dr. Condon have pretty much ensured that it is even harder to get an A in their respective classes. Given this fact, I hope none of you will give me a failing grade for my speech today. I would like to have an A, but any grade above D is acceptable. After all, I want to graduate today with my classmates. Not long ago, a student approached me and asked, "Hey Trieu, why don't you become normal like the rest of us?" I stopped for a moment and asked, "Normal? What do you mean?" She said, "Just be normal." I was confused. Then I asked her the question, "You mean I am abnormal? In what sense?" All the while I was thinking to myself, I hope she does not think that I have a mental problem. If I have a mental problem, I dare not to continue my preparation for this graduation speech. Or even worse, the provincial might reject my application to the novitiate. She answered, "It's weird that you smile all the time, all the way in an upbeat mood and full of energy every day." Actually, her comment was right, but this did not come easy. It took me 4.5 years to gain this abnormal title. Let me go back a bit. I first arrived in the city of Edward with Vinh Nguyen and Kanha on Halloween of 2007. We were 3 SVD candidates from Vietnam sent here for studies. In my mind, the definition of a city included big population, skyscrapers, and a place with full of activities. However, in reality, my definition was off the mark. I had an inside-out, upside-down picture. Our school members make up 1/10 of the population of Edward here. The reality of silos replaced for the vision of the skyscrapers, and the main activity in the college was prayer. Unlike most of the students here, I never had a previous visit before enrolling, for I came directly to this college from Vietnam. To add to my woes, the name Divine Word College created in me a different expectation than was the reality. I already spent a year and a half in a college in Vietnam with 4,000 students. I could not imagine how it was possible to have the college with 60 students and only half of whom were in the college program. How it is possible for this college to operate when the ratio of the faculty SVD staff to students was 2:1. How could this model survive? Besides that, during my first year, many students spread the rumor that the college would close in 2010. You could see why I had the disappointing feeling about this place. Listening to the rumor, I told to myself, this is great. My academic life had not even started yet, and school was about to close. A tangle of mixed moods of wonder, bewilderment, and confusion entered my mind. However, to encourage myself, I was determined to ignore them. Study was the main reason that I came here. I had to put more effort into learning English, even though I thought I knew a little bit English, but I couldn't be able to communicate with the people for the first few months. Let me give you an example. I still remember the first interview with Miss Nicole, who later became my first academic advisor. Vin and Khan were with me at that time. In room 140, across from the kitchen, Miss Nicole was sitting on one side of the table, her back to the window, waiting for us. We said hi to each other, and it was the only time during the whole meeting that we understood each other. After we got past hi successfully, she asked us some questions that we absolutely have no idea of what she was talking about. Thinking that we might understand Japanese because we look a little bit like Japanese, Miss Nicole spoke some Japanese with us. But she saw it was hopeless when there's no change in our facial expression. Scratching her head, and she thought she found what she thought was the final solution: body language. But unfortunately, we never used this kind of language before. How could we understand something like this or like that? From what she was doing, I guess she was talking something about chickens. Probably she asked about farming. Did we raise chicken? Or did we eat chicken? Or could we do chicken dance? I did not know that until today. I still do not know what she wanted to say with us on that day. And it could be great if you could tell her what you meant on that day, Miss Nicole, if you still remember. And as you can see, this meeting was not a great success, but it remains a great memory for me, even though we never got past hi. After that session, I really wanted to tackle English. Without communication, I was like a milk, sleepwalking person who had no energy, no motivation, and no future. I had to learn English. But one more time, my expectation were not immediately realized. The large number of Vietnamese students here at that time was discouraging for this reason. I studied English in the classes, but spoke Vietnamese in the dorm. When I tried to speak English with some Vietnamese American students here, they answered by Vietnamese. I gave them my homework to correct my English. They gave me Father Stephen paper from their Vietnamese class to correct their Vietnamese. I wasn't getting very far. So at the beginning, you see, there were at least 3 times where I failed to recognize this community, and it really was. It was not in the big city. It was not a big college, and it was not a place where I could improve my English as rapidly as I wanted to, as I spoke Vietnamese so often. When I did gain some skill in English, I spoke with a less than perfect American accent. The staff and faculty members might understand me, but not the people from outside. Dr. Taylor might interpret my thoughts with her wonderful ideas, but sometimes they were not exactly what I meant. I was struggling with my life here. However, God has His own way to guide me. The community has its own way to change me. It taught me how to become a responsible person, how to take a leadership role, and also how to gain insight into my own problem by sharing it with others. Many times, I was encouraged to step up, to share in the meetings, to be more confident, to be more faithful, and to be more myself. The searching for my inner self was not easy at all, but it would have been impossible if it were not for this community. The community that always stood next to me and supported me. Among all the community members, none were more important to me than my classmates. I learned a lot from all of you. From Charles Moore, I learned how to speak that wonderful phrase, you know. Charles, it was one of your favorite expressions. It appears in almost every sentence. I now use so much that, you know, it will definitely appear in this graduation speech. However, one of the most important things that I noticed in you was your friendly, optimistic attitude towards others that I want to acquire. From Joseph Osman Okello, I learned what the good sense of humor is, what responsibility is, what great leadership skills are, skills that you perform wonderfully in this year as the Student Senate President. From Bảo Nguyên, your great sports skills inspire me to participate more in sport and exercise. You play well in every sport, from soccer to basketball to tennis, badminton, ping pong. Is there any sport that you cannot play well? From Binh Nguyen, I learned about honesty, of your great companionship, your making skills. From Tung Mai, I learned of your frank attitude, your great care for the community, and your organizational skills. All these characteristics that my classmates possess contributed to changing me, to helping me become the person who is standing before you right now. To return to the question that the sister asked, am I still an abnormal person? Yes, I guess I am. But I'm sure there are a lot of people like me in this community. My ability is just my own way to care for this community. I hope that by smiling with one person, I might bring joy into his or her day. By being active and willing to help, I might make it easy for someone to walk out of the problem. It is my obligation to try to build up this community. In conclusion, on behalf of the graduates, I want to say thanks to the SVD community who continually teach us what the great spirit of the community life is through your lived examples. Thanks to the teacher who never give up on us. You're inspired by your profound knowledge. Your high educational achievements indicate to us that our academic life is not ending, but just getting started. Thanks to the staff who provided the great care for our physical needs. Without your help, we could not have this convenient life. Thanks to our families, relatives, and fan club friends who supported us during this year. Your great companionship helped us to stand up and to be confident that there is someone watching our backs. And finally, thanks to all of you, our beloved friends, brothers, and sisters. We could not have made it today without your help, your support, and your prayers. Your great friendship was the strong evidence that to be is to be together. We can't fully live without the community. After today, we are ready to take the next challenge, and the ones after that. We will face this challenge to the best of our abilities. And with your prayer and support, we will make the right decision and do the right things. We, the class of 2012, will make you guys proud of us. Thank you.